Hey guys, it's Ike and welcome to the 9th episode of Shadow's House. A little bit of a recap. We saw that Lou and Louise are reunited with the help of Ricky, but as soon as Lou had reunited with Louise, she assumes her face and and Ricky sees that with the way, the expression that Lou had given him. He had a little bit of dark thoughts thinking about if he pushed the both of them in there, they won't be able to fucking get out on their own. To which, yeah, you fucking do you, Ricky. Get them. Go fucking do it. It's all part of the plan, am I right? But we saw that Emilico and Rum have fought through their way to the point where they needed to separate. For Rum to go to Shirley and for Emilico to go to Kate, but Rum ends up having a little emotional moment there, saying that Shirley never really talked to her and that the reason why she even came up with the name Rum was because of her finger Rummy, and so because of that she doesn't feel like she is Shirley's face, and Emilico reassures her, and after that they part their own ways, and then we got to see Edward and the other two the other two living dolls who are helping him with this whole thing, and even they are saying like, wow, you know, usually people would just stop the debut at the hall where they were previously, but damn dude, you're really out here preparing this whole fucking labyrinth and shit. And Edward's like, well yeah, there's a 3rd floor up there, we gotta get up there, man. I thought the 2nd floor was great, but when I found out that there's a 3rd floor, I need to get up there right here and then. Good for you, Edward. Good for you. But that is the end of the recap. What a great recap as always. So let us get started. Lose their sense of self. Creates an emotional bond. Sophie. What is that guy's name again? I can't remember. For some reason, I remember the other girl's name is Dorothy. It matters to no avail. Revolutionary. Ryan. Who is that man in the red? Huh. Okay. So this this intro, it really gives us the explanation of why Edward turned into a shadow. It's because Edward has become his face. in a sense, you know, he has taken over his face's body, the living doll's body. The reason why he talks like he's a shadow is because he is a shadow. Which is just, ooh, a little spooky, my guy. Nice. That was a suit remover. This debut is so fun. How do you get to the other side then? Yeah, John is, I was about to say John's a man of his word, but you know. Oh hey Ricky, what's up? So tell me, did you push Lou and Louise? Do you need to go this way? Yeah. Then where is he, my guy? Oh, Ricky. Ooh, Ricky! What a face. He's keeping a point. Oh, now you guys are tied. Well, that's just how she is, you know? Oh. Oh, you know. Yuri found her master. Oh, Ricky. Good for you, Ricky. Good for you. Yeah, she's just collecting some flowers. Oh, Ricky. Look at you. I was going to say, you know? Oh. Ricky's like, there's no going back now. The fuck? He just laid out a trap for Ricky? A boulder? Is a boulder coming? Damn, Ricky. I mean, I suppose it's very understandable with the way that fucking path was winding down like that, very close to each other. He's quite sensitive. He is a sensitive man. We saw what happened. Dude, John has fucking powers, my guy. Oh, shit! The both of them are just holding each other's hands. Oh, Ricky won! She's showing her face. Oh my god. I mean, just look at the power of suit that she had, man. Yeah, because he didn't have the lantern. Positively heroic. Very nice, very nice. Suit as their key. Oh! Oh, he's still holding on to the flower. Oh! A burning rash. Right? Character development, man. These third floor lords notices. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. A happy ending. How horrible. Oh, wait, wait. Were those two shadows who we saw before in the previous episode when they were setting this whole thing up? Yeah, man, chill. Yeah, you gotta get her out first. You know, at least Kate's got a pretty good view, you know? Alright, maybe we should get her down first? Before all of this? Oh. Yes, let's get her down first. You don't have all day. Who's coming now? Is that Shaun and John? Is that John and Shaun? By 2 fucking locks, of course. What? Dude, Edward's really out here, bro. He's like, yeah, if you don't take these fucking keys, you are fucked, Emilico. How would she fucking know? It's okay, just break the cage and get her to jump into the cart. She's just gonna cut her way through it. Oh, you can see her smile a little bit. Yeah! Give them a good show! They're all just watching her. They all got the binoculars. Oh, it's Ricky and Patrick. They got the shears. Patrick's coming in to help, man. What a face. Oh, she doesn't doubt him at all. I got shit to do right now, guys. We'll talk later, alright? Thanks for coming and visiting me. Oh. Bye, guys. Oh. Yeah. Maybe you could just cut off all the thorns inside around her place and then jump into the cart full of flowers. Oh my god, how'd she get up here? What great balance though, dude. Oh, damn, dude. Wow. Okay, how do you Again, dude, she's like, I said she's a fucking puzzle genius. She's out here, got everything all calculated and shit. She's like, yeah, I know it's gonna fall down in this cart full of flowers. Wow. Okay, this was an episode that was filled with more information about the other shadows, especially the third floor lords, which was pretty fucking nice. Oh no, I have the need to watch the final episode of this garden arc. Oh no! Ooh. Yeah, it was very thrilling. Spectacular deaths! Who is this man? Who is this man? Why is he out here just fucking giggling? Alright, well, that was a pretty good episode. So, let's get back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 9 of Shadow's House. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty great informational episode and just a nice in-between episode before the climax of this garden labyrinth. And yeah, pretty much that's my overall thoughts. It was a great informational episode. But back to the beginning, we got to see basically the answer of what the fuck happened in the previous episode where Edward turned into a shadow. And it also really explains why Edward was talking about the shadows like he was them, and just and the way that he called the Grand Creator Lord Grandfather like all the other shadows would. Yeah, in the beginning they talk about how shadows, the faces eventually loses their sense of self, and in turn to that, the faces and the shadows will unite with each other and become one, which is a little bit odd. I thought shadows, like, do the shadows have their own bodies, or like are they all or are they just entirely made of suit and they could just easily merge into the living dolls like that? It's a little odd, but you got to see it a little bit more with Sophie in this turn, where she got super excited and she ended up revealing her face. And the other Shadow Lords, the other third floor lords were like, yo, Sophie, you're showing your face, fucking stop. And it really puts in that fear of what is going to happen after the debut, because if this is the case, then Kate is eventually going to combine with Emilico, and the same with the other characters as well. And especially with Lou and Louise. We did see her act out of her own violation by giving the shears without letting Louise know, and just giving the shears over to Ricky because she had fun during their travels together, which is just very nice. And even Lou said it herself, saying that this is the first time she's ever done something like this. So it was pretty good. We got to see a little awakening of Lou here, even if it's just a tiny bit, you know. She had a little bit of her sense of self. And speaking of that, we had Ryan, who is very much against this idea that Edward had, because Edward had prepared this whole elaborate labyrinth in order to put up a show for the third floor lords so that he could also become a third floor lord himself. What he is technically doing now, in what Ryan sees, is that he is creating bonds between the shadows and the living dolls, when in reality the shadows should just see their living dolls as their face instead of a person, a unique person. So by having the shadows being, the Shadow Master being in danger and having the living doll have to save them, it creates this bond that these two will have, and in a way it just creates more unique circumstances instead of, again, of just a face and the shadow. I think it was Dorothy or Sophie, I can't remember who it was, who said that, well, you know, loyalty is an important thing, so this in a way helps with helps with the loyalty part. Moving away from that, we saw John and Shaun being at this gate where they needed to go, and they encounter Ricky on the other side. And so the both of them obviously still got a little bit of beef with each other. They were arguing. John over here is like, hey, I want to see how living dolls interact with each other without their shadows, because they don't really get to see that. So he's like, just pretend that I'm not here, and also I'm gonna start putting in points for you guys to see who wins. They ended up having small little arguments here and there, but as Shaun was about to help Ricky, he sees that Ricky has Lou's shears, and knowing who Ricky is, he assumes that he probably stole it from Louise or Lou. And Ricky, being upset at that, decides to just not really say too much about, well, he did tell them that Lou gave them away. Shaun didn't believe that, and so since he didn't believe that, Ricky got upset, so he ran away. But before he could run away, Edward is like, alright folks, release the boulder! So Ricky has to like run all the way back and basically beg them for help, and John, liking the expression, oh, not even begged them for help, he's just, he didn't beg them for help, he was more or less saying, save Patrick for me, he's a very sensitive guy, so I'm afraid what will happen to him once I'm gone, which was very nice. Well, again, he does care for Patrick, and so he cries about it, saying, take care of Patrick for me, and John really likes that, so he ends up moving over, and he breaks the boulder with his suit power, which is just fucking great, you know? He has a very big amount of suit in him. So he breaks that boulder, and Sophie gets super excited. She's like, oh my god, look at this boy. I want to taste him, which is, whoa there, dude. I don't fucking know how old John is, but like, chill, Sophie, Jesus. After that, they make their way through. We saw that Rum is out here saving Shirley, and they said that this is one of the first times Shirley is speaking, but we didn't get to hear that because of fucking course we're following the third floor lords right now. We're never gonna hear Shirley talk. But Ricky found Patrick, and he was able to open him up out of the crate, and we see that Patrick is still holding on to the flower that Emilico gave him, which is just nice. And finally, we got back to Kate and Emilico, where Emilico was very happy and very happy and teary to see Kate. And instead of just helping her go down, they just end up having a fucking conversation. And it's like, come on guys, we don't have all fucking day. Like, get her down. And while you guys are going to the entrance, then you guys can have that little talk here and there. But we find out that, yet again, Patrick is trying to fuck Emilico over by having the keys at the beginning, and since Emilico didn't take those keys, she is unable to open the gates. Edward knows that Emilico won't give up, so he is very happy that she isn't giving up, and she's cutting through the thorns, and so giving a very good show to the third floor lords. But when Emilico gets to where the crane control is, she sees that there is yet again another fucking key because Edward's just trying to screw them both over so much right now. Emilico, again, being the puzzle genius she is, she's just able, she has great coordination and balance. So she runs on top of the crane, and while the cage fell off, Kate had to hold on to the top of the crane. Emilico jumps down and tells Kate to jump and grab her hand. She does, and Emilico has a grab of Kate, and they both fall down into the cart full of flowers. And that was where she said, well, Mia said that she was born brilliant. Well, it seems that I was born with a sturdy body. To which, again, holy shit, dude, how did you manage to coordinate yourself to jump like that, got Kate into your arms, and then fall into the cart full of flowers? So folks, she is a little bit like Jigsaw at some point. I completely forgot to mention this, but while Emilico was cutting with her tiny little shears, Patrick and Ricky comes over, and Patrick begs Ricky to give over the shears to Emilico so she has a better advantage. So that was really nice, you know? Patrick's like, I got a debt to pay, so give her the fucking shears. And it is just really nice just to see all these characters developing and bonding more over each other through this garden labyrinth, which, again, isn't something that you want to do. You want the shadows, and you want the shadows just to look at the living dolls as faces. Towards the end, Kate is out of the cage, but they have very little time left. Will they make it on time? Of course they will. They're the main characters. But we saw that Lou and Louise got out first, and then we heard the bells again, which would most likely be John and Shaun, because we saw Patrick and Ricky there with Emilico and Kate. And then there's Rum and Shirley, which we will just have to find out in the next episode. So that's gonna be about it for me. Thank you guys for sticking around. If I have anything else to say, I'll write in the description down below. Oh my god, episode 10. No, somebody, please. I don't want to watch episode 10. Okay, anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode.